try that. How are you comparing with others? Do you do that? When you see someone less fortunate than you, are you thinking how lucky you are? What about when you see someone better than you, prettier, smarter, richer? What are you thinking in such a situation? How are you think and feel about that kind of comparison? How are you feeling when someone is comparing you with others? Your status, your effort, the work you have done, or anything else. It is true that people do love to compare everything. We do this all the time without even thinking about it. It is kind of like natural to compare. It is coded in our subconsciousness. You might do this as well without even realizing. Though, is it good for you? Does this give you any benefits? Any rewards? Surely, in some cases, you might feel better. When, for example, you follow some kind of guide or model, you were trying to follow it and it happened that you exceeded. It feels good, right? To see, to realize that you can do better than the given model. But what about the situation when you could not meet the expectations? When no matter how hard you tried, you could not get any closer to the given model? Comparing yourself in this case, most likely, will lead you to feel low, bad. So, why are you doing this? Why are you comparing yourself at all? Yes, as I stated earlier, this is something that people are doing since the beginning of humanity. I was trying to figure it out, find out the reasons for that, why we do this. Though I actually could not find any satisfying answer. It looks like this is just imprinted in us, in our genes. We can't actually do too much about it. Anyway, as I was always saying, if you cannot stop doing something, find a way to doing this that brings you some benefits, that makes you grow. So now, how can you compare yourself to actually turn this into positive, without harming anyone's feelings, without lowering your self-mood, without making others feel worse than you, or making you feel worse than others? Usually, when you compare yourself with anyone else, it is because you do not feel safe. You have low self-esteem, and either you try to boost it by comparing yourself to less fortunate people, or you are trying to prove yourself, you're right, how bad you are, undermining this self-esteem even more by comparing with people that can or are better than you in something. When your self-esteem is at a healthy level, you feel less and less urge to compare with anybody. You just know your value and understand the fundamental rule that you are good enough at what you are doing, and there are things that you do not have to know or be good at those things, as those things are not of your interests. This approach is actually the healthy one, positive one. Although I would like to tell you to still compare yourself. Wait, what? I just say that you shouldn't do this. Now I'm saying you that you should. Yes, that's right. Avoid comparing yourself with others. Avoid it at any cost. However, compare yourself with a person you were before, a few years back, a month back, to see how did you grow, how did you change, how did you evolve. Even better, compare yourself with the person you want to become, with yourself from future, and see what and how can you develop yourself to become that person. Remember this, you are running your own marathon, not mine, not your neighbor, not any celebrity. So compete only with yourself. Blessings upon you, my friend.